Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
There we go. Back man. Waiting.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. The reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Straight 15. Straight 15.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And Howard out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's back.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, They've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. A loss of 2 there, second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Here we go. Waiting.
Check right. Tight as Ringo.
81.
Ringo. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Go Mike 50.
Hey, we got to get this.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Let's go, Mike. 50.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 50.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Here we go. 180.
Check 42's the mark. Watch the curve.
Go.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 18-yard line.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
25. Check 25. Motion. 42.
Now Wentz again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 yards there, first down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
On first and goal, Howard. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and goal from the 1. Throwing is Wentz. Flush to his, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? From the gun, it's Wentz. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Crosby with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, decent field position. Got through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. 942.
To throw is Wentz. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 25 yards that time.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. 80 weapon.
51, Mike.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And again, it's Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Deep ball for Jeffrey. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, as time expires in the first half, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go, D. All day, defense. On the 50. Mike, 53. Hey, echo. Mike, 65.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Adams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Fletcher Cox, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Sunday. Sunday.
42 to Mike, boys, 42.
Now Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's bring it.
Now it's Rodgers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers to throw once more. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Graham. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
53 to Mike. 53.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Fletcher Cox able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air. Yeah,
eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 31-yard line.
Win 18.
From the 31, Rodgers is caught outright by Graham. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Rodgers now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's 1st down. Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
At the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Rodgers again now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Rodgers to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 22 yards there, a first down. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Looking deep for his tight end. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it with Sproles. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw. Wentz rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, 50, hey, Charlie. Come on, come on. Hey, look. 50 likes 50. Don't let him breathe.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. 4th and goal. The defense needed one more stand. They couldn't get it.
I just wonder if they were thinking heavy run here in that situation instead of being able to play the pass, and they were beaten on that possession.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job.